A lot of you probably remember this. The Prosys case. It had a Pentium 4 system in it that was dead. Today, we are going to be putting new hardware in this case. So here's all the front panel stuff. These are some more front panel things. I don't know what they are exactly. They're not labeled. So I'm going to have to figure that out. They're keyed differently anyway, though, so it's not going to matter. Probably should put a better power supply in there, but everything else is pretty well here. There's no hard drive, but I just want to put the hardware in the case anyway before I bother, just to make sure that everything is going to work out. Well, that was insanely idiotic, but I did get it apart after the fashion. Here's the removable motherboard tray. I gotta remember that it goes in like this. So it goes in there. So motherboard is supposed to face up like this. Now, another thing I don't like about this case right off the bat are these things here, which I'm going to have to reposition because they're probably not all where they should be. Which means I probably should have got a nut driver, but it's not really going to make much of a difference, I hope. So I'm going to have to reposition these according to the motherboard that I'm going to be installing. And it'll come back once that's been done. Okay, CPU is now installed. This is an Asus K8V SE Deluxe. Rather high-end board that seems to work alright. One problem is that I don't have the CPU heatsink fan. So I'm going to have to see if there's a fan in my stash that can go here to maybe increase the airflow over that, because I don't know, that's not really good to run that without a fan. Or what I'll probably end up having to do is I'll end up having to install a new heatsink, which could be a problem. I'm going to have to pull it off this this case here. And these are a pain. I hate these little stupid things there. I don't like those. But anyway, for now, I'm going to put this into the case and we'll fire it up and see if it works. Well, I'm getting goosebumps. Hope all the front panel stuff is hooked up correctly. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to flip the switch. Everything's plugged in. Let's see if it goes bang. No, nothing exploded yet. Didn't turn itself on. My KVM switch is hooked up correctly. Looks like I got at least one of those LEDs hooked up incorrectly. But it posts. Look at that. It's K8V SE. System speaker even works. Of course, we don't have a CPU fan, so I'm going to turn that off. And hopefully fix all the front panel stuff, which I've got hooked up backwards. Potentially. Well, as it turns out, the power LED is dead. No matter of hooking it up. In fact, I even hooked it up to the hard drive LED connector and it still didn't come on, so if that doesn't tell you that the LED's dead, well, I don't really know what does. But nevertheless, it's not to find a replacement for that. We'll see if this actually boots. Of course, it's upset, which is fine. So we'll just hit F2. We'll see if it actually does anything. Alright. Wow. That is not working. Graphical glitches everywhere. That's not very encouraging. Does it boot? Yeah, it does. So, okay, well, it seems to be okay. Either way, I think that's going to conclude for this video. Turn that off before the CPU overheats. Though it doesn't look like that's going to be too much of a problem. It's not that warm. But maybe I'll try and put a hard drive in here and see if I can get it to do anything like that. A lot of people wonder why I hate cable management. This disaster right here is the reason why. Got it installed though. I don't know what's on the hard drive, probably nothing. It's just a random 80 gigabyte drive for my spare pile. Also found a CR2032 battery, so I'll have to see if that's any good. Watch, now it won't even post. Yep, that's not posted. It's turned off. Oh, it's still on. So that's going to take some work, I think. Well, as you can see, I got upset with it. Pretty handily. Although it deserves it for being stupid. Now it's working. You beat the crap out of it. Apparently, it does not like single device IDE cables. You have no idea how stupid I find that. Sure took it long enough to post. It's probably unhappy now because I don't have that hard drive jumping correctly. I shouldn't have had to do that at all. Should have worked with a single device cable. I mean, after all, those have been around for years and years and years. So, I think it's quite stupid. Let me put this back together. We'll see if we can get it to go any further. Well, I found a CR2032 battery. I have no idea if it's any good. Frankly, I doubt it. But we're going to see what this thing does now. Delete to enter setup. It's going to take forever. There's a CPU. It's a 3000 plus. Come on, computer. This is kind of dumb. You're not doing anything. I wonder if maybe putting one on the RAID controller would be any better. I already told you to go into setup, you stupid idiot. Alright, let me work on this. I think you can see where the problem is here. Look at the hardware monitor. That CPU is actually not too bad. Obviously, I wouldn't want to leave it like this, but it looks like it's decently cool. Again, I really wouldn't want to leave it like that, but for a test like this, it's probably fine. Alright, now that we're waiting for the system to go through the power on self-test all over again, let's see what's on the hard drive, if anything. Probably nothing bootable. Maybe I'll have to put one of the drives on the RAID controller and use that single device cable. I don't care, because I know about that. Oh. It's an interesting reaction. I don't think there's anything on the hard drive that's bootable, though. What's it trying to do? Hard drive LED is stuck on. I don't hear any hard drive activity, though. So, I think that's probably about as far as we're going to get with this. Oops. No, it's shut off. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and put that on the RAID controller and see if there's any difference in the performance. If the system still complains about having a single device IDE cable installed. I shouldn't have all that stuff sitting on here. It's definitely getting warm. how that works. It's on the RAID controller. No array is defined. Only one drive. No hard drive detected. What a piece of junk. Even though it's right there. So that isn't going to work either. Well, whatever. I'm done messing with this thing for tonight. I'll have to find a dual device cable. Looks like my CMOS battery is no good that I put in there, which isn't a surprise. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. This is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then.